Hey everybody, and welcome to the daily card read for Sunday, May 3rd of 2026 for the collective. As always with these, like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. That's just my instance, so don't worry about the smoke. I'm using my villains deck. So Randy Morningstar 747 on TikTok, Randy Mintaka 93 on YouTube, and the Mintaka Experience on Facebook. Facebook only has a 10-minute limit, so if you don't see it there, feel free to grab my handle. I'll do my best to try to send the links through on the Mintaka Experience, just so that the links are available somewhere. We'll pull a card for one card for the morning, so midnight to afternoon, one card for the afternoon, and one card for the evening, so which is evening until May 4th, midnight. So we'll see what happens and what gets said. So we have the Knight of Coins for the morning. And what this means is this is going to be a slow, steady progress uphill. You're going to have a lot of footwork. You're going to have to do a lot of walking, a lot of action, a lot of physical work. You got to carry some weight. You got to be able to shed a light on yourself and analyze yourself and take a long, hard look at yourself and what you've been doing and take accountability for your actions of abandoning personal belongings or abandoning material possessions or abandoning a child, or when you went through like court cases that may have been dealing with adoption or child support or group homes or foster families or protection orders, or something along the lines of like eviction processes, or having to move, or breaking free and breaking the cycle of drug habits and drug abuse, disassociating from those that no longer serve you a higher purpose is also seen in the daytime on Sunday, May 3rd. It looks like taking your bike places or going for a bicycle ride in the morning, when it's cool or when you're not fully awake, can help. It looks like taking a bike ride later on towards the nighttime, as long as you have your safety measures in place, like your lights and your reflective lights and your headgear and your helmets and all that. Make sure that you're taking proper safety. It looks like there's going to be some form of that's the next card, but we're not ready for it just yet, so I'll leave it right there. Looks like there's going to be some form of getting over childhood wounds or dealing with some childhood behaviors or childlike endeavors. Hanging out with someone that's between like maybe 9 and 14 years of age, or someone that's between like 1 year old and 4 years old, or 1 week old and 4 months old. It looks like a lot of taking care of children, taking care of babies, taking care of things younger than you or those younger than you. Trying to get rid of a problem through escape tactics and escapism practices. Can also be seen for those that have closed eyes and closed minds to trust and loyalty to what they preach. They're not listening to what they say. They have a certain script that they're gonna bring up. This could be like scripture or lectures or church gatherings or family rituals or anything like that. It looks like there's going to be some form of home life and domain life going on, working from home, doing some business with comprehension skills and practicing processing payments, accounts payable, doing some HR work, being so busy that your wheels are spinning and they don't have time to stop spinning at this point. It's just one of those things that you're just going to have to keep moving and keep going forward, especially between like 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. It looks like there's going to be some form of open air and needing some form of breath to be taken due to some physical acts that might be outside of your own comfort zone. Logic and practicality, along with foundations of trust and dedication, have been laying down, so you've been able to commit yourself more. You've been able to get yourself to move. You've been able to get yourself over things, even if you're bitter about it, even if you're resentful about how the situation came to be. Running away from problems and running away as escape artists or escape tactics is not helpful, but if you're walking away from a situation, it'll help. Servitude and those that have a gift of hospitality and service are going to be highly impacted throughout the morning, especially between like 1 in the morning and 11 in the morning, due to being left in the dark or being left out, or feeling like there's no will to do it. Being left out of wills, or being left out of inheritances, or being left out of decision makings surrounding children, or surrounding travel, or surrounding some sort of footwork or foot action can be harmful. So if someone was traveling somewhere, or someone was going to the roller rink or the trampoline park, or someone was going out of town, or someone was going horseback riding or bicycle riding or paddle boating, and you had the plan for yourself, and you wanted to do it first, kind of a deal, but you didn't get to. It looks like there's some form of Virgo energy here as well. Martyring, self-harm can be a form of this as well. Messenger, Facebook Messenger messages and texting are going to be used throughout the morning as well, between like 8 in the morning and 1 p.m. at least. Especially for those that like to be recorded or are going live later, like me, for example. Caution, warning, and yellow lights are going to be important. The song Yellow by Ocean Avenue sticks out as well for a morning message. In the afternoon for Sunday, we have the Hermit. And what this means is there's going to be some self-actualization, some self-realization, some deep dwelling within ourselves. We need to take time for ourselves, take time alone to think, having the home to ourselves, taking some time for independent studies, learning about where we've been feeling controlled or manipulated lately, learning about spiritual practices and using spiritual narcissism to control the narrative or control what happens. It looks like business endeavors, employers, work ethics, completing leases on housing, or completing a business contract for seasonal work is going to happen within the next like 9 days, or by the 9th. It looks like between 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. there's going to be some form of banishment ritual needed, or protection ritual being practiced due to feeling low down on the ground. It looks like relying on others has been hindering progress. It's time for some deep contemplation over some interpersonal relationships that you've been having. Higher education, doing schoolwork from home, going to college and using your own Wi-Fi remotely to graduate and take those last little bit of courses. Beauty School Dropout by Grease sticks out in the middle of the day. Dropping out of school or dropping out of college to get some work, or to take care of the house, or to be the breadwinner for your house due to like physical ailments of other people, or due to your self-pleasures, or trying to find yourself, can be helpful, but can also have been a bad judgment call on your end. It depends on how you look at it and how you perceive things, and how the world comes to see it as well. How you appear to others creates a disposition, and that disposition reflects upon you. The way I can deepen that is personal to the person, so you'd have to ask. 919 is confirmation that this message was for you. It looks like September Virgos are going to be the most impacted throughout the middle of the day, especially Deacon 1s and Deacon 3s. Deacon 2s not so much, but they're still going to be impacted. It looks like being owed a dance, or dancing around feelings, or dancing around subjects to stall can be seen. Installment plans, payment methods are going to be helpful. practicing meditation, doing some mediation, doing some grounding, learning about yourself. It looks like your first house and your 10th house placements are going to be the most impacted. This is like your rising sign, and like your 10th house could be like like a lower, not like a lower part of you, but like a part that's not so out in the open. But there might be some Virgo energies within your first or 10th house that are impacting you. If your 9th house is ruled by Virgo, this is especially true. And lastly, at the end of the day, we have the star for the evening. So overall, this means that there's going to be a wish coming true, wish fulfillment, manifesting happening. You're going to be able to get the reflection you need. You're going to gain a new perspective. You're going to be able to start acting towards your goals and your manifests, because belief plus action equals manifest. You don't just say it and have it happen. You can't just pray it to happen. You have to believe it. You have to make it happen. You have to do some physics to do some. You don't always have to do something physically to do something, but like making an offering or sacrificing something. This is a lot of Aquarian energy during the evening, so like a lot of frequency, a lot of collective energy, humanitarian views, inventiveness, innovations, futuristic mindsets, future telling, fortune telling on future endeavors and future lives, paralleling lives, parallel futures, mirror exercising is all very doable within the evening. Between 10 in the morning and 7 p.m. there's going to be some form of masking of yourself going on, whether it be like split personality like I have, or saying you're fine when you're not, or crying for what appears to be no reason, or finding out something that you didn't realize about yourself that you didn't want to hear, but you felt in your heart of hearts that it could have been true. The number 5 is important for some people. The number 3, the number 2, the number 32, and the number 23 all have different importances and different meanings to different people. January 23rd through January 29th are going to be the most impacted Aquarians within the time frame within the evening. If you have any Aquarian guides that fall into that decan or into that area, and they might be around you spiritually but not necessarily physically. Learning the laws of frequency and learning the laws of duality will help intensely. It looks like futuristic endeavors that you've been able to envision yourself and create a positive mindset and create a vision board for have been highly impactful and highly beneficial for you. So just keep pushing that forward, keep pushing on, and you will be able to manifest your desires. Between 5 p.m. and 12 in the morning on the 4th of May, there's going to be some form of reflection needed. You're thinking subjectively where you need to be objective, or you might be thinking too objectively and you need to take a subjective stance in order to gain some nuance. Reflections are still distorted. Working on illusionary barriers and breaking free of illusion magics can help. Mirror magic, mirror portals, and portal hopping can be important. An Aquarius will be reaching out to somebody born in September, or somebody in September will be reaching out to somebody that has a lot of Aquarian energy, or a lot of self-discipline, a lot of self-control, a lot of energy that feels like really fatherly, not necessarily fatherly, but like big brother type stance, or big brother energies stick out. Like someone that's very protective over you, someone that has a very divine sense of self within the spirit. It looks like there's going to be a heavy impact on Monday as well, or Sunday as well, I mean. But overall, it looks like that day is packed with a lot of intense feelings and energies. But that's what I'm getting for the 3rd of May of 2026 for the collective. So as with these though, take a resonates, leave what doesn't, and I hope to see you back for my next video and for my live today. Thanks for joining.